In English, we use the passive form to talk about actions when we do not know who does them, or when the person doing the action is not important. The passive form changes the focus from the person doing the action to the action itself or its result. For example, instead of saying, "Someone cleans the room," we say, "The room is cleaned." This is helpful when we want to focus on the room, not the person cleaning it. The passive form is common in news, instructions, and formal writing. To form a passive sentence in English, we use a specific structure. First, the object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Then, we add the appropriate form of the verb be, followed by the past participle of the main verb. For example, the chef cooks the meal in active voice becomes the meal is cooked by the chef in passive voice. This formula helps shift the focus from who performs the action to the action itself or its recipient. In the simple present tense, passive sentences shift the focus from the doer to the action itself. For example, the active sentence, "People eat apples," becomes "apples are eaten." Similarly, the chef prepares the meal changes to "the meal is prepared by the chef." These transformations use the verb to be with the past participle, creating a structure that emphasizes what happens rather than who performs the action. Everyday situations like "letters are delivered daily" illustrate how the passive voice is used to highlight the event rather than the person responsible. The simple past passive is used to show that something was done to the subject in the past. For example, "The cake was baked by Sarah" highlights that Sarah performed the action, but the focus is on the cake. Another example is "The letter was sent yesterday," where it's not important who sent the letter, only that it was sent. These sentences make it easy to see how the passive form shifts attention from the doer to the receiver of the action. The passive voice is particularly useful in situations where the person performing the action is unknown, irrelevant, or intentionally left out. For example, when reporting that a window was broken, the focus is on the event itself rather than who caused it. Passive constructions are also common in scientific writing, where the emphasis is placed on the process or results rather than the researcher. Additionally, the passive can be used to create a more formal tone or to avoid assigning blame. By shifting attention away from the doer, the passive voice helps highlight the action or outcome. A2 learners often make mistakes when using the passive voice. One common error is forgetting to include the verb to be before the past participle, such as saying "the cake eaten" instead of "the cake is eaten." Another frequent mistake is using the wrong form of the past participle, like "the book is right" instead of "the book is written." To avoid these errors, always remember to use the correct form of to be and check that the main verb is in its past participle form. Practicing with simple sentences and reviewing examples can help reinforce these rules. Here are a few example sentences for you to practice converting from active to passive voice. Try changing them to passive form. Use these examples to strengthen your understanding of active and passive constructions. Try to pause this video and write your answers on a piece of paper. When you have finished, restart the video and check your answers. In summary, the passive form allows us to shift focus from the doer of an action to the action itself or its recipient. By using structures like "the book was read by Mary," we emphasize what happened rather than who performed it. This can be especially useful in formal writing or when the agent is unknown or unimportant. As you continue your English studies, try incorporating passive sentences into your conversations and writing. With practice, you'll find it becomes a natural and effective part of your language toolkit.